lesson. I just want to go over a little bit of the math lesson for today. On the screen you see chapter 9, lesson 3. You guys should have that in front of you. You guys are going to mostly be doing this one on your own because a lot of it is hands-on stuff that you're going to be doing, and I can't really help you with that, but I want to give you a couple tips, okay? So, all throughout the lesson, you're going to see them asking you to use those red color tiles. You guys don't have those at home, so that's why it's going to make it a little bit harder. You guys are all going to have different answers probably, and that's okay. I just want parents to be making sure that they're using the correct strategies to measure. So, the color tiles are usually 1 inch by 1 inch. I don't know if anyone has anything similar to that at home. I was thinking maybe the same size Lego pieces, the ones that are closest to 1 inch as possible. You could use the smaller paper clips. Cheez-Its, I don't know. Try to be creative, use what you can, but they all have to be the same size and the closest to 1 inch as possible. So, we're going to go over the first page together. It says Jimmy sees that his boat is about 6 color tiles long, and they want you to draw his boat. So, again, you guys might not be using color tiles that are the same as the color tiles would be in school. But let's just say you had 6 measurements, whether they're Legos or whatever they are, and I want you to lay them touching each other. So you can't have them like this. That would not be a correct measurement. They need to be side by side, just like the Brain Pop Junior video talked about last week. So once you have 6 of whatever unit you're using, on top you can start at the beginning and just make a boat. It doesn't have to be perfect. That is about 6 color tiles long. So that's what they're asking you to do on that one. When you turn the page, the next 2 pages are things that I can't really help you guys with. So I'm just going to quickly give you instructions on how to do that. If you look at the yellow marker up above, you will see that they drew the lines where the marker starts and stops. At the end of the marker, it actually pops out like a little bit. So that's where the line is. So they start their measurement with their green cube right underneath that, and they line them up in a straight line, side by side, touching. Not on top of each other, touching. Okay, so your measurements could be different than color tiles, so you're just going to do the best you can. Also, you might not have some of these objects. If you don't have a stapler or a paintbrush, that's fine. Just choose anything else, okay? Maybe around the same size as that. You could do a book, a phone, whatever you guys can find to measure. That's what we're practicing today, okay? All that really matters is that you're starting at the very beginning and lining them up to the very end. So that's for those 2 pages are the same thing. If you guys don't have paint, that's fine. Just do something else and maybe just have a grown-up write what you measured. So that goes all the way to number 8. On number 9, it says the green yarn is about 2 color tiles long. So they're telling you that green yarn is 2 color tiles long, about. And then they're asking you then, if you know that, then how long is the blue one? So I'm going to quickly draw for you a similar setup. So they're telling you that the green yarn is about 2 color tiles long. Without measuring, could you guess how long the bottom line is? What you can be doing in your head is picturing that would be 2 color tiles long, right? Could you fit another one of those? 2 more color tiles long? And could you fit another 1 or 2 more? I think you could fit about 2 more. Remember, it's not going to be exact. So then I would say the blue would be 2, 4, 6 color tiles long, about. That word about is very important. It is not exact. Okay, on to the last page here. These are going to be a little tricky to do if we're not using the exact sizes and the exact measurement. So if you're not using a glue stick and you're not using color tiles, it might be a little tricky. The answers might not be what you need them to be. I would do something close to that size. So I have a marker here, but it's smaller than a normal marker. If I use that and I cover the black, it's similar to a glue stick, or actually I could use my lipstick. So they're asking you about how many color tiles you think it would be. Now I've been using the color tiles that I've been drawing right there. So it's really hard for me to line that up. There we go. So in my head, I want to be thinking, I know that it's more than one color tile long. And I know that it's not about 10. That's way too long. So the only answer it could be is about 4. Okay, so even if you're having trouble figuring it out, just cross out the ones you know it can't be. And there's only one reasonable answer left. So that's all I'm going to require for today. If you would like to do the Go Deeper, number 11, do it and take a picture of it and show it to me. I'm not requiring that you do that. The same thing with the number 12. I feel like you've done a lot of measuring around your house today, so I'm not going to require you do 11 and 12 on this page. If you want to do it, that's awesome. Again, I'm not requiring the morning work paper. If you want to do it by the same directions, you don't have to use the same objects, and you don't have to use exact color tiles. Use those Legos or Cheez-Its or whatever you want to use. Do a table instead of a desk. So we're just kind of doing the best we can while we're at home. As usual, you guys can try to do number 5. If you're starting to get frustrated, you can skip it. You might not have an index card at home, so that's fine. On the back, same thing. For the spiral review, we will go over that though, because we skipped that chapter for now. But I know you guys can do it if you use your 10s and 1s, okay? We're not going to learn how to do much more than that for now until we do that chapter. But it says I have 27 red flowers and 19 white flowers. So I'm not going to sit here and draw 27 red flowers. That would be crazy. I'm going to draw 20 with my 10s, and then I'm going to give myself 7 1s. 27. So we have 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And 19 white flowers. So I'm going to draw my 19, which is a 10 with 9 1s. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, just like when you guys are doing your trading game, I'm going to see if I can make a 10 here. And I know I can because this already is almost a 10, right? So I have 9 here, and I'm going to take away this one here. And I'm just going to cross them out because that's 10 1s. And I'm going to draw another 10. So I didn't get rid of them. All I did was trade them in for a 10, just like you did in your game. So now we're going to count all of our 10s. I have a new one, and then the ones that I still have. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40 in 10s, 40. And then we have 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. 46. Okay? We will learn other ways to do that when we get to it, that chapter, but for now, that's the best way for you to do it. Okay, so that is it for today. I hope you guys have fun going around your house and measuring objects. Just make sure that you're starting at the beginning and you're going as far as you can to the end. Okay? Remember, it's not going to be exact. So just do your best, have fun measuring, and I will see you guys on the next lesson. All right, bye guys.